Captain Amrinder Singh, thank you so much for joining us. You know, one of the major questions that we're going to ask you is about the stubble burning. Now, last year on exactly the same platform, when we spoke to you, you said, yes, we can try and do something about it, but we're going to need some central assistance. We spoke to Arun Jaitley this morning, and he said that a lot of that central assistance has been sanctioned in the budget and has been passed on. So can we expect a better winter ahead this time with less stubble burning in Punjab?
I think so, Vikram. I think we've got the money from the Government of India, which has been put into machines. And we are using these machines, we are giving them to our villagers. And what is the objective is this, that when a combine cuts the paddy, it leaves about a foot of stubble. Then this machine cuts it further down to about 2 inches, and then in between the furrows, it lays the wheat seed. So you also save an operation, and this stubble, I think, can be taken care of in this manner. Otherwise, you know, people, when it's a foot high, they tend to set it on fire so that they can then do their next operation for the wheat. The gap is very little. Now, at the moment, I hope that we'll be in full production, because after these rains, we've had a lot of trouble. But we'll have full production by about the next 15 days. And then it's only 3 weeks left for the wheat planting.
Captain Amrinder Singh, this is Amitabh Bachchan. Thank you so much for joining us. And we meet each year, and we met last year.
Hello, Amitabh, how are you?
Very well, thank you. We met last year again, and I felt that there were certain question marks in what you expressed and not being able to execute what you would have wanted to. But I find a remarkable change in that and in your attitude and what is going on in Punjab now. This is wonderful news for all of us, and I'm sure that with the kind of assistance and the support that you're giving all these people, we will be able to achieve the problem and negate it that was present last year. So hopefully from November onwards this year, we're able to have a cleaner environment.
I think so. It's not only that. I mean, this open defecation problem is now being resolved with us, all our 13,000 villages, and also 167 municipalities have been 100% covered. Yeah. So hopefully that has been done. That was a promise made a long time ago, not thus yet. It was done in 2004, and it was done with a purpose, because I was having social problems in the villages. The Jats never allowed the other scheduled castes to come and go in the morning to their fields, and that is when we decided at that stage that we must get out of this, and we set up the Rajiv Gandhi program, which in my last government we had done a couple of thousand villages, and now all 13,000 are finished, and all our municipal limits are finished too.
Right.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Yeah.
That's great to hear, Captain Amrinder Singh, that you've been ahead of the curve really on that. That's great news. I'm sorry, I just want to come back to the question of the stubble, you know, just to assess it. Obviously, not all of it comes, the stubble burning, what leads to the toxic fumes. Some of it comes from Pakistan. For another thing we can blame Pakistan for, I guess. Some of it comes from Haryana, but a lot of it comes from Punjab. Your best guess at this stage, because it's the 2nd of October, about a month to go, your best guess, would the stubble burning come down by 50%, 70%, 90%, or all the way down to zero?
Well, last year we had already, because, you know, we are monitoring this through the satellites. And the moment we find out that any particular village there is burning, our deputy commissioners or the concerned officers go there. And we have penalized a number of people last year. So people know that they will have to pay a fine. And I'm sure this year this won't happen, because, you know, everyone's village is scanned now. And so I think you will certainly find it. Yes, we always blame Pakistan, but the facts are facts. The upper winds are always westerlies throughout the year. So first it's Pakistan, then it's Punjab, then it's Haryana, and then finally Delhi. And then it goes on towards UP and all that side. So basically it has to be a combined effort, and we from our side are doing our best, and we will see to it that we put extra personnel if necessary to monitor this and to see that we cut it down to the maximum possible. And the only answer really is penalizing people, otherwise they don't care.
So you're saying you're doing two
Farmers.
things. Last year it was said by some in Punjab that it's unfair because you're not giving an alternative to the farmers, so it's not fair to penalize them. This year you're saying because there is an alternative, you will be able to be a little tougher. So any place where they are burning the crops, you're sending the message, if you burn the crops, you'll be
Well,
hauled
you know
up.
what we had done last year? I had written to the Prime Minister. Last year I had written to the Prime Minister, and even this year I've taken this matter up with him, that this is not a permanent solution. This is, you got your machine. This is only one part of the solution. If you got to resolve the thing in its entirety, then we need 100 rupees a quintal more for the farmer to be given. That means something like 2,000 rupees an acre, because then he will have that additional money to carry out one more operation. At the moment, he doesn't have, I've got out of my 17.5 lakh farmers, I've got 10.5 lakh who are under 5 acres. Now, they can't spend money on doing an operation to keep the atmosphere clean unless they're helped. And that's why we asked the Prime Minister, if you give us 100 rupees more per quintal, then every field we can ensure that is kept out of the stubble burning.
Amitji, any other comment? All right, Captain Amrinder Singh, thank you so much for joining us. And we will, I really feel that the eyes of the nation are going to be fixed on Punjab and to some extent Haryana, both Punjab and Haryana for the next 1 month. We're going to really have the whole nation watching that stubble, because now we know what possible damage it can do. So let's hope that your efforts are successful.
Well, Vikram, I don't know about Haryana, but Punjab will do its best.
That's great. That's half the battle. That's half the battle. We had the same
Thank
conversation with the Chief Minister of Haryana also, I assure you. Thank you so much, sir.